What is up? All you beautiful people, this is Jose Trujillo. Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist. World's greatest living artist. Yeah. Man, the world's greatest living artist has been feeling a little bit butt lately. What's up with that? I've been feeling a little bit booty. Booty bootay. A little bit bootay. Do you know what? This is what we got this. Bam, baby, some coffee. In case you didn't see that. Bam, baby, some coffee. This is what we got it. All right, here we go. Let's kick some ass, because... So here's what happens a lot of the times with artists, guys. Depending on how you... Whatever's going through your cabeza, through your head, is how you're going to end up doing your work. The thing is that your work doesn't change. See, here's something interesting that I found out, okay, over the years. Your work doesn't really change significantly. Like the way you painted 2 years ago, it's probably the way you still paint. Unless you're trying to do the whole representational thing where you're like, I gotta get stuck with painting a certain way and it has to be that way, right? If I don't paint representational, or if I don't paint a certain way, I'm not gonna paint. Then you can see the growth there, right? You can, because it's technical, right? You can see the technical growth. But if you are an artist who's like, dude, I've learned my deal, and all I'm trying to do now is exhibit, and I mean, you'll never stop learning. Dude, that dog wants water. He keeps dragging that thing. You need to put some water in those things right now. And what was I saying? You know what, guys? Hold on. I need to go put some water to this pooch because this dude needs water. Also, you know, what happened to your water? You drink it? Here. Get some water. Get some water. Let's get some water. Some water. Let's get some water. Chill, okay? Thank you. Alright, here we go. Let's get back to this ish. Before people forget me, because people like to forget me if there's no action happening. So here's the thing. Your painting doesn't really change, guys. What changes is how you feel about it. Okay? Your paintings don't really change. It's a funny thing. I know some artists who've been painting for, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years that I've known them for. And if you see their first paintings in comparison to their paintings right now, the painting hasn't changed. They're the same fucking paintings. Maybe artists can tell a little bit of the difference, but most people can't. You know, most people can't. And the reason why is because when you get to a certain level, you don't really start growing. You don't really keep on growing to become a better artist. What happens is that you become more trusting with what you're doing. This happens when you're learning and when you get really good, meaning you practice a lot. You start trusting what you're doing a lot, right? The problem with what I'm talking about right here is that, well, there's not a problem with that, but what I see a lot of artists do, and I've done it myself many times, is that we think that the artwork changes. That somehow, because your mood is a certain way, that you're painting a certain way. And if your mood changes, all of a sudden you're painting a whole different way. And that is not true, guys. So what happens is that we end up hating what we're doing if we're in a negative mood, or we're in a whatever mood, and we end up loving what we're doing if we're in a positive mood. But if you were to compare the art pieces you wouldn't see any fucking difference. It would be exactly the same thing. The only thing that changed was your mood. And so the reason I'm saying this is be careful. Be very careful with your mood, because your mood will make you or break you. Okay? I'm going to tell you a little secret. Those of you who are like trying to be artists and whatnot. It is better to suck. Okay? It is 1,000 times better. Not 1, 2, 100 times better. It is 1,000 times better to suck and think that you're Picasso, okay, than to be Picasso and think that you suck. If that makes any sense. It is 1,000 times better to suck at what you do, like your work is super shitty, but somehow believe that you have the Midas touch, okay, than to know or think that you're good, but you have this idea that you're not good enough, or that your work fluctuates depending on your moods. This is a huge problem with artists. They have this thing that, man, if people don't see my best work, people don't even see your bad work. People don't see any work. That's the problem. The problem is that it's not that people don't see your best work. The problem is that people are not even seeing your work. How's it going? Jared says 90% listening when watching your live streams. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So most of us are like, oh man, I need to show my best work. I need to show my best work. Let me tell you something, guys. People are not even seeing what you're doing. I don't care how much you're marketing. I don't care if you're like, oh my God, I'm marketing all day. People are not even watching what you're doing. They're not even paying attention. Your own customers are not even paying attention. Your own collectors, they're not even paying attention. When we sell something, let me tell you something. When we sell something, we are lucky. We are lucky because most people are not thinking about us. Most people are not even thinking about us. Most people are thinking about their own problems. And the funny thing is that we think somehow that everybody's looking at us. Like, oh my God. We're so egotistical that we're like, oh my God, I have to be very careful about the work that I do because my public is going to hate it if I don't show my best work. The reality is that your public is not even paying attention to you. That's the reality. I mean, even if you have an audience, they're not even paying attention to you. They're paying, not because they're bad or anything. No, because they're paying attention to their own lives. They're not paying attention to you or me or anybody. They're paying attention to their own lives. They're thinking about their own things they have to take care of. You and I, we're like crying about our I don't know, the way we paint and our brushstroke and I've often said this, and I'm going to say it again. Most artists are in the wrong business, but they just don't know it. Most artists are in the business, in the wrong business. Most of us think that the better we paint, somehow we're going to, I don't know, yield more income, or it's always the wrong business to be in. Most artists, I would guesstimate 99% of artists do not know the business they're in. 99% of artists are very confused as to the business they're in. Most of us are trying to do something that is not congruent to our business. It's not congruent to our business. I've said this about the people that do like I don't know, anything. I remember when I first started, and I still do that mistake. When I first started, I was doing that. Oh, the longer I stay on the painting, I'm going to get paid more. You know, the longer I stay on the painting, I'm going to get more customers. More people are going to buy my artwork if I just stay longer on the painting, or if I just make my paintings more interesting. If I just, you know, whatever it is, it's the wrong business. That's not true. None of that is true. It's whether people saw it or not that really matters. This is why Andy Warhol tried to warn all of us, but we don't listen, right? We're too stuck in our own minds trying to be better artists, which is nothing bad. Try to be a better artist. I mean, but even if you didn't try, if you just kept painting, you're gonna get better at it. You know, even if you just kept painting, sooner or later you're gonna get better at it. There's no way around that one. But that's not what we do. What we do as artists is, oh, I need to get better so that people can look at me. Because somehow we think that if we get better, people are going to look at us. But wonder what is the average income of artists. I've read some stats on that some years ago, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. It's under $5,000 a year. The average artist makes about under $5,000 a year. Again, because they're not thinking about it. We don't think about it from the right perspective. We're not thinking about it from a realistic perspective. Wow, $5,000. Yeah, I mean, just divide that up. You're looking at, I don't know, what is it? If my math ain't wrong, hell, I don't know. Is it like what, $200-300 a month? Something like that. It's nothing, right? I mean, who lives on that? I mean, especially not if you, no, like, there's no way. Like, where do you live on that? So, much less have a family, or, you know, take care of your family, and on and on and on. There's no way. That's why people are like, oh, don't be an artist. No, the artist is not, being an artist is not the problem. The problem is that we have no idea what being an artist is. Most of us think that being an artist is, you know, if you want to do it for a living, right? We think that, oh, somehow, if I paint better, right, whatever that means, because it's all crazy, right? You can paint like this, you can paint abstract, you can paint hyper-realistic, you can paint expressionist, you can paint Faubist, you can paint impressionist, you can paint it doesn't matter, right? There's so many styles, so many things. It's all across the board. So what most artists think is the better I paint, the more I gain, right? But I'm here to tell you, no. That's not how it works. It's the more you're seen, the more you earn. You got to get seen, guys. Yeah, they think it revolves around the art itself. But everybody does. The butcher thinks that the better they cut the meat, somehow they're going to earn more. It's just a strange example, right? But the dancer thinks the same thing. Oh, the better I dance. That's not true. There's thousands and thousands of dancers that don't get picked for the videos or for the shows. It's not the better you dance, is are you there? Are you there? The actor thinks the same thing. The better I act. No, the actor that ends up winning is the actor that visits more auditions, right? More auditions. Boom, they start thinking about that actor. Hey, what's the name of that dude that it's totally crappy, right? What's the name of that dude? I don't know. Think of any comedian. Most comedians suck. You know, nowadays, some of them are good, but most actors suck. There's like a few, you know. I don't know. Daniel Day-Lewis, great actor. Who else? Leonardo DiCaprio, great actor. But most of them suck. Most actors suck. It's just that they got picked, right? They were there, and then they get good at it because now they're acting all the time. So they start picking up, right? They start becoming intelligent, right? And they start picking up the traits, the trade industry secrets and whatnot. So they start getting good. Same thing with the singers. The singer thinks the better I sing, the more I'm going to earn. That's not true. Go to Juilliard, go to any place and go to YouTube and see everybody singing great. There's zero correlation. It is not in the art. Now, this does not mean that your art shouldn't be good, but it is not in the art. Your art should be great. Your art should be the best thing you can create, as a matter of fact. But it's not hidden in the art itself, right? It's not in the art. That's not how it works. So anyways, guys, just wanted to give you guys a little heads up on that, because I know, like myself, so many artists get stuck on the whole idea that, oh man, if I paint better. Dude, if you paint better, nothing's going to happen. You paint your little heart out, nothing's going to happen. Now, if you switch the question, right, from painting to being seen, hey man, what if I get seen more? Right? Now you're speaking my language. You got to get seen, guys. Promise you start getting seen, good things are going to start happening to you. But you got to get seen a lot. You can't just get seen every now and then. You got to get seen so much that people are tired of watching you. And then you go show up in front of other people. And then those people get tired of watching you. And then you keep doing the same thing. You know, something like that. Anyways. All right, guys. Those of you who think that this painting is worth its salt, it's going to be on my eBay site. Okay? It's going to be on my auction site. Go check it out. The auction is going to start at 99 cents. It is definitely worth looking at. Look at that. Look at that sunset. Let's give it some space. Hey, Travis, man, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Look at that. Ooh la la. And then you're not gonna stop getting better at it. This is what most artists fear when I talk about this. They're like, well man, how am I gonna get any good at it? I don't know. You keep painting. Right? No, nobody tells you to stop painting. Nobody's even telling you to stop getting better. Keep taking classes and whatever. Get good at it, get great at it. But it has zero correlation with how much you get paid. That I know. That's a fact, actually. All right. So, take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Adios.